This is Kevin Collins from Home Theater Forum at CEDIA. We're here at the Sanus booth talking with Rebecca, who's going to take us through the Sanus line of the Component series racks. Hello, Rebecca.
Hi, how are you today? So Sanus does bring pre-configured racks to the table. All of our rack systems that you'll see here today ship exactly like I'm showing you, no assembly required. They feature tempered glass locking doors that can be easily reversed. Once inside the rack, we ship it with shelves and blanking panels fully installed. We also number the front and rear rack rails for easily assembly, and our shelves feature venting and backstops along with Velcro straps to secure your components. Looking down at the bottom of the rack, you'll notice we do put feet and casters on those racks, so it's easy to move them around and then also to lock them into place when you're ready. Coming over to the side of the rack, the sides and back of all of the pre-configured racks feature quick release panels, so it's easy to access the components. Now we have the racks in a variety of heights. We do a 15, 27, 36, and 44U heights that you can choose from, and all of them come exactly like I'm showing you, fully configured.
Now, how hard is it to switch the door if you want to go left-right?
It's really easy. It's just 2 spring-loaded pull tabs. Now the best part about all of that is including shelves, blanking panels, and everything, MSRP on the 27U rack, for example, is $749.99.
I noticed you had some taller. What's the different rack unit sizes that you guys have?
Okay, we have 15, 27, 36, and 44.
And wasn't the 15 was $10.99 or?
The 44U.
Is $10.99.
Yeah.
So,
yep.
I mean,
and that's the really tall one.
Yeah, that's pretty good price.
Absolutely, when you consider all the accessories that are included with that.
Now, I see that there's these parts up here. What else can you replace these with?
Absolutely. Well, the top of all of the racks feature 2 3U panels, one of which is solid for cable management and one of which is vented. So you could remove one or both of those and install a fan kit for ventilation.
Okay. When we were here yesterday, one of the reasons we wanted to come back is we saw the rack kind of taken apart, and you have some additional parts that you can add onto that.
Yeah, we do. We have the new ecosystem that we brought this year. Let's take a look at that. So the ecosystem is a new low voltage control system from Sanus. Now there's a variety of accessories that come with that, but the brains of the operation is the power supply that you'll see up here on the top. Now the power supply acts as a transformer, so it's going to allow you to plug in all of your low voltage accessories and eliminate all the transformers or wall warts that clog up your power strip. In addition, the power supply center features a built-in thermostat to control the fans, which you can also get from Sanus. We have a 1 and a 3U quiet, and we have a 3U high volume fan available. In addition to that, you can also control your work and task lights right here through the power supply. So here's one of the optional accessories, which is a front-loading work light that you can control right here. And if you come around to the side, I want to show you this as well. These are the Cool Touch LED task lights that you can also plug in. Now the great part about that is not only do they light up the rear of the rack, making it easy to install all the components into your wiring, but they're Cool Touch, and they can also be daisy-chained together, again eliminating a lot of that wiring and the need for all those wall warts in the back of the rack.
When I was here, I love this feature, and the feature with the ability. I have a Middle Atlantic rack system, and I don't have this stuff, but I believe the MSRP on each light was only $29.
Yeah, absolutely. And MSRP on the power supply, which is running all the accessories, is $199. So it's a great value as well.
Yeah. So I don't know if we can get a shot in here of the low voltage, but
so the back of the power supply actually, you can see right here. Here's the thermostat controlled fans and the 12 volt. We also have 5 and 12 volt for any other accessories such as the task lighting. And then we also have USB charging on the back as well. And this is the thermostat that we send with the power supply. And this is magnetic and clip anywhere in the rack at the hottest point. We also will be selling 3, 6, and 9-foot cords to connect any of your other low voltage accessories into the power supply.
And you have like the adapters, so you can go male to male, female to female.
We have just the 3, 6, and 9-foot cords, yeah.
Right, yep. But they have adapters, so if you had your router, you could go.
Absolutely, yep.
So I think that's a really slick feature, because I know hiding all the transformers for my switches and all that kind of stuff that I have
if you even come around to the back of it, if you can imagine, we're running 2 fans, a whole line of work and task lights, a thermostat, a temperature gauge, and you can see here there isn't a single need for any of that to clog up the power strip. So it's going to make wiring the rack and routing all your power a lot easier and cleaner.
Now I noticed you guys talked about, you know, the fans being able to be turned on and off automatically from the magnetic control. On this unit I see fans on the top and then fans here. Is there some new special quiet fan technology that you guys have?
Well, yeah, we do have 2 different types of low voltage fans. We have a 1 and a 3U that run quiet, and then we also do a 3U high volume, which is a little louder because it does move a lot more air.
So this is a 3U high volume, right?
You know, I'm not sure on that. I didn't actually put this together, and we have quite a bit of volume here at the show, but I believe they are showing 1 of each of those, yes.
And these were how much a fan? Is it 129 or 190?
You know, I apologize. I'd have to check on that, but that does sound about right. All the accessories are really reasonable.
Now, another really thing that I thought was pretty innovative was this whole backstop thing. Can you show us how that works?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is one of the pre-configured racks that we sell with shelves and blanking panels that come installed. You can see it even includes the rear rack rails. But yes, all of the shelves that we send with these racks do have the backstops and venting. And they also have removable backstops here so that you can adjust the backstop to make sure all of the components sit tight against the front. There you go. You can see that it's easy to just clip this right into place and slide it up behind the components to secure them. And it also is showing how the Velcro strap can be used to keep the components from shifting around as the rack is moved.
Yeah, I know on mine you have to screw stuff in and down, and I mean I just come in and turn it and it's locked in. So
yeah, very easy to adjust.
Was something that I thought was really interesting. Now also, depending on how you want to do your cooling, you know, some people like to blow in from the bottom and out from the top. Are these things changeable so you could be?
Yeah, they are, absolutely. So the back of all the pre-configured racks from Sanus have the easy remove back panel, and they also feature this panel that you're seeing up here at the top with a 3U knockout. Now you can place this panel up at the top or down at the bottom by either using it with a fan or cable management.
There's a couple questions I had for you in the front that I didn't get to
ask
you. One of them was, I was looking at this. Is this one a special fan unit?
Yeah, that is our 1U quiet fan.
So this would suck in and blow through. And it also looks like I was noticing on the rack, there seems to be a lot of spacing for heat to be able to come up.
Exactly. All the shelves are vented, so that's going to allow all the heat to flow through the rack. They're vented towards the back where typically components are the hottest, so that's going to really add a lot to the cooling system of the rack.
Now, you know, you guys have I love the door that you can change which way you want to go, but when I look at this, I see like the clearance. I mean, you can see that knob there, but some of the components that I have, when they rack mount in, like the Anthem D2 V2, it comes out farther, and then this knob comes out, and then I always have an issue of doing that. Is there any way to compensate with these racks so that it can go back so the door can actually
You
close?
could shift those back so that you'd be able to have room for all the knobs and some of your differently configured components.
How does that happen if this thing's here? Do you shift the whole thing back?
You'd actually be able to shift it on the shelf unit, because you can see, for example, this one is just sitting right there on the shelf.
Okay, but on mine, the ears come over and they mount in.
Oh, they do? Okay, so you're talking about being able to shift the rack rails back to create additional space on that. Yep, I do see up at the top there's 2 additional tabs that you could use for spacing on the racks if you needed to move those rails back.
Oh, I see those. Oh, and then they just, okay. Well, thank you.
Yeah,
Is there any
welcome.
Other features that we should know about?
You know, we pretty much run the whole gamut of them, but I will point out as well, you can't see it on this, but for all the quick release back panels, if anybody's concerned with security, you can get locking kits to actually secure those quick release panels so that they can't be removed unless the lock is undone. So.
Well, great, and I believe the base unit on this, without all what's the new series of stuff that you call it?
We call that the ecosystem, the power supply, all the fans and lighting, and we consider that the ecosystem.
So I believe this one was $1,099 for this rack without the.
This is the 36U. Yeah, I mean, I know for sure that for example, the 27U MSRP on that is $749.
Okay, so it's, you can come in pretty affordably and get a really really nice
without
system.
the need to purchase a separate caster base or a vented top. Rack rails are included inside of that. Shelves, blanking panels, everything you need is already right there in the rack.
Well, this is kind of a gem we found walking to the floor. It wasn't
Well, I
something
really
that we
appreciate
had
that you stopped by.
Well, it was nice meeting you, Rebecca.
Yeah,
and thank
you so much, Kevin. Have a great day.
Okay.